Listen, we gotta be tired of all of these excuses people are using. If you don't understand how the economy works, I'm gonna need you to go either back to school, go look at some YouTube videos, but we need you to understand how the economy works. Right now, you are supposed to be working. If you're the one that is not working and before pandemic you were working, you should have a job by now. This message is for you. It's your girl, Nicole Renee. I'm your HR specialist. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's been supporting this movement. Everybody that's been a customer. Even the ones that have been referring me to other people. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. I cannot thank you guys enough. I actually thought that when I created this resume redemption to redesign the uniqueness of a resume, when I thought of this idea, I was like, you know what, people may not like this because nobody want to be under the radar. Okay. And I already knew going into this, doing resumes, I already had a feeling that I was going to find some things that are not right, and I was going to want to bring them to the table. And it has been causing some controversy. You know, my first video, I think I had said everybody needs to get back to work. And so I wasn't thinking, when I say everybody, I was not thinking everybody. And so the backlash I had was well, what about the disabled people? What about the people who are on disability? What about the people who were homeless? You know, what about the people who never was working? When you say everybody, you have to be specific, because if not, people will take it as you're talking to them or you're talking to a family member. So you have to be specific. And so I kind of got backlash then, and I was like, you know, this resume thing is probably not going to work because I don't know the verbiage to use. And so I slept on it, and then I came back and I was like, you know what, I'm not going to let the critics dictate what I'm trying to do here, because at the end of the day, I'm an HR professional and I have a responsibility to take care of. So I came back to the drawing board and I said, you know what, I'm going to stick to my original plan. I'm going to help people with their resumes. I'm going to help people present themselves to these jobs. So I wanted to send this message out strictly for those who worked before pandemic took place and no longer working still up to this. Need you. The economy needs you. Once again, the economy needs you. So I need you to get it together, and I need you to get back to work. Okay. Now I know it has been some time that you have not been working. I understand that. I understand you have not been working. Okay. And I'm repeating myself for those who this is not getting through to on the first time. So now I can say I told you twice. Okay. So we need you to be working. Okay. We need your help in all industries. We need your help. And if there is somewhere you wanted to be before pandemic, I think there's a lot of opportunity out on the job market to where you can be what you want to be right now today. Okay. You will have to apply yourself. I'm not saying that it's going to be easy. You do have to apply yourself. You got to look good on paper, and your presentation needs to be nice too when you step up in there. So we need to work together to get you, on the right track, because I don't want you to be left behind. Okay. So that is where I'm at with that, is that I see a lot of people who, they just don't have the drive, and that's understandable. But if you don't have the drive and you're suffering from depression, or you're frustrated, or you're stressed out, you need to let it be known. You need to let people inside of your circle so they can determine if you need help or not. So we want to be social, right? We want to be communicative with society, because society needs to help you, because we need you. All right. So if you feel like you're going through a dark space, or you're frustrated, or you just feel like you're not ready to go back to work, we need to hear from you. Okay. Because that's a big concern. If we have people who are, who have a different mindset because of pandemic. Then we have all of these crimes and stuff, and they just feel like they can't be social. It feels like they want to be locked inside of a room because it's just too dangerous out in the world. And of course, if you're going to have that type of mindset, you're not going to have the drive to go back to work. So we want to hear from you. That way we can get you some help and make sure that you're good. There's so many hotlines out there, so many programs out there for people who are struggling right now, because of course time is hard. It's very, very difficult right now to live. And so I remember growing up, my parents telling me about when they were growing up that it was hard. But now that all of this stuff is taking place, they're saying, oh no, this is the worst life ever. It is so hard to live in this life. And it was not like that when they were growing up. So now they're flipping the script saying, oh no, it's harder to live these days. Okay, so I understand that it's hard, and I don't want people to take my message and twist it and say that I don't understand. I understand. But what I'm saying is you have to understand as well to step up and allow us to determine if you need help or not, because we want everybody to be social. Okay, that's what life is about. God put us on this planet so we can get along, build relationships, communicate and not fight each other. Right? But tackle the world together. And so that's why I'm here. I'm bringing my support. I'm bringing my experience, and I'm stepping up to the plate, and I'm saying, look, we're going to create this project. And if it doesn't work, we're going to take full accountability for it. But this program, we're also going to dissect, and we're going to survey. We're going to bring an analysis as to why we got these results. Okay, so a lot of times I am questioning people. I question my friends and my family when they say they don't have work. When they say they don't have work, I want to know why. Oh, I don't have an income. Why? Why you don't have an income? Okay, so we need to make sure that we're questioning our friends and family. And so that's what I do, because I add the data to my survey, right? I make sure that anybody that I talk to, I want to know what direction that they're headed. And I think that's common, because if in order to have a certain group of people in your circle, you have to know the direction that they're headed, or you'll be heading in the same direction as them, or maybe opposite. So you want to make sure that everyone you talk to, you know their direction. In return, we're going to make sure we're surveying, right? Surveying the people who we put through the program, or surveying the people who actually initiate the call but doesn't fall through. This is data that we can use to determine if the government is doing something with the numbers, because that's what we were saying at first, right? We said the government was counting them unemployment claim numbers not right. Remember that, right? Okay, so the data is very important. When you go outside right now, all you see is now hiring signs on all the buildings, okay? And guess what? You have some people who say, oh yeah, that job is hiring, but they didn't hire me. So now we need to figure out, well, why they didn't hire you? What was it that you said, or how did you go up in there? Or maybe they're not even hiring. So we want to dig deeper and see what's going on, because this helps us with what's going on, because you guys said that the government was playing with the numbers. So let's see if the government is playing with the unemployment numbers. I know a lot of people who are trying to beat statistics, okay? What they're doing is they're going to apply for the job, but they're not showing back up. And the only reason why they went to apply for the job is because the government told them, in order to keep these food stamp benefits, you need to at least prove to us that you went and applied for a job. Okay, there's no other step to that afterwards. There is no follow-up. There's no representative following up to see why that person didn't remain on that job, why that person didn't show up to that job. There's no other data. There's no other step after that. Okay, so that is a problem, because now you have people going to apply for jobs, getting jobs, right? And the employer is all happy because they've been looking for this great person for so long, and finally You have an individual walk through the door acting like they're interested in a job, get the job and everything, and guess what? They don't show up. Okay, so we need to know about these things. This is very important data, because at the end of the day, you have a government system that's telling people, go apply for a job and we'll keep you on these benefits. I will go apply too. And why would the person show up, Mr. Government, if they have all of these benefits? Why would they show up to the job? They don't need the job because they qualify for the benefits as long as they go and apply. This is a big issue. Okay. Now, I've been a recruiter for several years. I've been a recruiter, and I would say that recruiting is different now. It's very different. It's still exciting. I still love to do it because I like to create relationships and I like to meet new people. I will still do it, but recruiting is different. Like, it's most definitely different. And I feel like the only way through this is if everybody step up and take on a role, far as job searching, far as, even maintaining jobs. If everybody take a role, I feel like we can accomplish this. We can conquer anything. I need people to bring the ones forward that are not being honest, that are not being consistent, because these are the ones that are messing up the job market. Okay, I have a sister. Both of my sisters been on their jobs for more than 20 years. Okay, listen, I don't need excuses from anyone. I don't need validation. I don't need anything like that. But what I'm saying is, you are eligible to work. You were working before a pandemic. You have no restrictions. Let the benefits go and go back to work. Okay, we need you. We need you. And we don't want to be limited because Mr. Government said he's going to give us something in exchange for something else. Okay, because that's bribery. But we're going to let them slide. Okay, we're going to let them slide. But what we need to do right now is get back on track. Get back on track and put everything behind us, and let's see what we can accomplish. Okay, because the job market needs you. The job market needs each and every one of us. So let's work together and let's see what we can accomplish. And for those of you, right, I'm speaking on I'm going in another direction with this. It may be a little bit off topic to some of you guys. But if you're claiming that it's hard now, it's going to be harder real soon. So you need to get up and get it together and do what it is that you got to do. But be aware. Be aware that things been changing every day. Right? Double the amount of time it will usually change. Things has really been changing. Life is really going fast. And so if you think life is hard right now, oh my God, wait to see what's about to come. Okay? Let's put our fears to the side. Let's put our anger, our frustration. Let's try to put all the bad things to the side. Let's think about the positive things, like our health, like thanking God for keeping us with this sane mind. Right? Thank you, God. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to still have these toes. If you got one positive thing, let's maximize it. Let's think about more positive things. Bring that to the table and let's get back to work. Okay? But let's be grateful for what it is that we do have. You know, I've been seeing some of my old friends. They got nice cars. Everybody got a house now. And I'm just so excited. Like, everybody is really doing a good job. I feel like we're all doing a good job. You know. And I'm very proud of people who actually took advantage of the pandemic and stepped out and had faith and came on top. You have a lot of people who've opened up businesses. People are doing charities. Like, it is some good things going on. So we want to think about some positive things too, because positivity is what's going to help us manifest, and it's going to help us grow. It's going to help us get to a new level and not be left behind. Okay, so we want to make sure that we are on it. We got to be on it.